Morning, church.
Morning.
Morning.
Everybody say amen.
Amen.
We're going to talk about interracial relationships.
Oh, no, shit.
Well, let's at least hear what he got to say. Yeah.
You know? So, the way I was raised. No, brother, you all right in here?
Yes, sir.
All right. Deacon, we protect the doors. Protect the doors. We're going to talk about interracial relationships.
Okay,
is
Pastor.
it good or is it bad?
Mm-hmm.
Amen?
Amen.
I said amen.
Amen.
Say amen again. Now, how does it benefit us to be in an interracial relationship? Is it good for God's people or is it not good for God's people? Sir, you all right down there?
I think he's coming for us.
Well, I want to hear what he got to say.
I don't want to hear.
I think it's good for us, Pastor.
I'm ready to go. Good.
Just hold on.
You got to control them. Some of them sisters, sometimes you got to Ike, sir. You got to be Ike.
Pastor.
Ike and Tina, yes, sir. We speak out in this church.
Yes, sir. I just told you
All
it's
right.
good.
No, make it clear.
Okay.
Make it clear. What you trying to say?
You know, sometimes you got to, from my father, good book.
Uh-huh.
Joseph Sums, don't nobody else care, but Joseph Sum did. You know, you got to keep them bow-legged pregnant in the kitchen. We talking about our sisters now because they don't know how to act right in public. You see she don't know.
I'm gonna need you to stay on topic. I said how you coming for us in our interracial relationship. Right. You just jumped to a whole different.
See, sisters don't know how to act right in public, sir. You got to put down.
Hold on,
sometimes you got to put down the good hand.
Pastor?
You know, you got to get your woman under control in this church right here.
She fully under control.
We is in church hands on.
My name is Bob, not Rocky.
Okay, Bob, I need you to Bob slip and slide sometime to your sister girl. Cause if she get out of hand, Reverend hands on gonna have to get hands on.
What's gonna happen is you gonna catch these hands.
Space is time, wrecking they mind to break your mathematics. Greeting killers, unite with soldiers through the hell habits. Sweet sensation to mental patients is their habitation. Hibernating through penitentiary with Dr. Quinn. Far from friends, we comrades and our mentals mutual.
But just know that it's me that you love and I hate. And don't ever regret the decisions you make. But just simply embrace it. Put some patience within yourself and never expect any help. And
what up,
never
though, y'all?
expect
It's your girl,
anyone
Angela
to accept
Alexis.
you for
I
you.
am
Just
back
always
with
stay
another
true to
episode
yourself.
of
This
Party
what you
Podcast. I
feel
got
like
Coop. How you doing?
'Cause me, I feel like
I'm great.
That's great. We have special guests in the building with us today. We have Blacksmith Enterprises, Rocky. We have Janaea. We have Joseph with us. How y'all feeling today?
Oh, wonderful.
Right.
Thank y'all for joining us. Sorry about the lateness on Coop's behalf.
Okay.
They came to talk about Sons of a Preacher.
Sons of a Preacher.
Yes, Sons of a Preacher.
When does this come out?
This comes out on Saturday.
Saturday?
November.
We're having a private screening on Saturday, and it's gonna come out probably the first quarter of 2023.
See, there we go. Good thing she's here to clear
So
that up
if you
because
ain't
I'm
invited, don't pop up.
This one's no tickets at the door.
Yes,
no.
definitely no tickets at the door. Invite only situation, okay? Now, let's just get into this. Sons of a Preacher. Now, did you guys write this?
Yes, the idea came from Thomas L. Harris of Mulan Films, but I wrote the script and we bought it from them. So we produced it, and I'm super duper excited about this film. Like, it's on a whole nother level than what people are used to seeing from Blacksmith. Mm-hmm. It's still in the faith-based genre, but it's just very edgy.
Very edgy.
Very edgy.
Very. Yes.
So, how did it come about you guys buying the script?
Well, we originally were going to do it in collaboration, but, we just kind of went different ways on how we wanted things to go. And so at the end of the day, we were kind of like, well, we would still like to do it. Are you willing to let us buy it from you? And he was like, yeah. So we worked that out.
Pretty cool. All you gotta do is buy a script. Make it happen. Well, it's probably not that simple.
But it was just you can sell your idea.
Yeah.
It was an idea of
his.
And
so I wrote the script, and so we paid him for his idea.
Mm-hmm. Okay, got you.
Yeah, so that's the thing people need to understand. You can sell ideas. You don't have to write a full script.
Listen, I got so many. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Yes, and just to clarify, you want your idea to be fully fleshed out because, if you just say I have an idea for solar-powered energy, you have to be specific about what it is you're trying to patent or copyright or whatever. So like you have a fully fleshed out idea from A to Z the storyline, and you get with a writer, you can kind of do it that way.
Yes.
So you three are the main people in your group.
No, he's the
well,
main-
he's
sorry.
one of the Joseph Polk is one of the
My bad.
the actors in the movie, and we're the producers, and I'm the director.
Okay.
And they are a married couple doing this.
Yes.
Oh, you two married?
Yeah.
Yes.
How long you been
I've
married?
trying to
20,
teach Cooper
almost
some
20
stuff.
7
quarter of a
years.
century.
A quarter of a century?
Yes, 26 years.
Wow, that's
Ooh.
amazing.
Shout out to you guys.
Yes,
Thank
definitely. Shout
I'm
out
giving
to
her one more year in. No.
y'all. Don't worry about it. That's enough for me to get my bag up.
There you go.
Ooh wee.
So me, man.
How was it for
Just
you
wait.
playing this role?
Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome. I think, again, like I always say, the I can't say the bad part about it, but it's also the good part too. They let you be you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You always want the character you want to form the character to be who you are.
Yeah.
And I think, so they great. They let you be you, and then they just pull you back if you go too far out. Because I know, like with my comedy or my sense of humor, I just take off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
They're like, okay, calm down now.
get you in check. Come on.
Oh, he gonna make y'all laugh. He's the comedy relief.
He's the
Yeah.
comedy relief.
Yeah.
He is a protagonist.
So
No, an antagonist of sorts.
That yeah.
Now you said this one's gonna be a little more edgier. Now Street Code Broken was,
Yeah.
and Dear Future Husband was something different too. I'm still recovering, So whew, this is gonna top all of that type of.
It's just it's a story about two brothers who are preacher's sons, and one follows the beaten path, and the
Yeah.
other one is like, nah, I want money.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of showing that every decision that you make has consequences, whether it's good or bad. And we're talking about a lot of things that go on in the church as well that a lot of people don't like to discuss.
Yeah.
So it's definitely gonna ruffle some feathers.
Yes.
Yes.
That's a good thing.
I was just about to get on that topic right there.
What?
Do it.
So is it strictly like church vibes?
No,
So-
it's not. It's life,
Huh?
but things take place in the church. It just so happens that the family that we're following, they're based in the church. So it's not a movie where
It's not
you
real
get preached
churchy.
at
Yeah.
the whole film. It's just that one of the characters happens to be a pastor, and the
Yeah.
other one is not. And it's how their lives intertwine.
Oof.
Because basically, one brother is trying to say the other one, but it's gritty. It's real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just showing you the cause and effect of every action that you do in life.
So I got a question. Do you guys cuss?
No.
You ever cussed?
Yeah.
Slip up
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
What's your favorite cuss word?
What the world?
Well,
You guys got kids, right?
Yes, we have.
You ever had to be like, sit your ass down?
Yes,
it's funny when I hear her cuss. Like,
It's real.
it
Like,
take a lot. It take a lot.
It take a lot of you. That's like my mom.
For me,
I'm
ask.
like sugar, honey, fat.
So the reason I asked that question, making this film, how many times you had to cuss?
None.
None.
it was real smooth.
yeah.
It's my first time working with him, and you would be surprised how many obstacles we had to overcome to keep it. As an actor, a lot of obstacles we had to overcome to keep it, straightforward. But they never shake, never wavered, and the traffic was one of them.
Yeah, one of our
Yeah.
locations on right on Davidson.
Oh.
Off the hood.
It was traffic with semis and car blowing horn, people yelling. Okay, let's do it one more time.
Ooh.
But it was good because the cast is great, the cast awesome, and everybody, it was laugh and joke in between. But once everybody was right to it, and the power even went out, and you still wouldn't realize that we had to overcome that because
Yeah.
it was still
That was for what? The whole day.
the whole day.
But
it was a
it's-
generator.
it's
used for
preparing,
just
man.
one area.
We're
Oh,
real
man.
big on preparing,
Yes.
preparation,
Mhm.
and so when you prepare, when things do go bad, you can kind of pick up from that when you already prepared.
Right.
So when you're unorganized and something
Right.
bad happen, that's when it gets really bad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we just was able to, our shout out to Kyle Morgan, our DP. He's got all the lighting. He's got the battery operated lighting. We had generators.
Oh my God, Kyle was out there, huh?
Yeah, he does mostly all our DPing for our movies.
That's
Okay.
amazing.
Yeah.
So how long did it take you guys to shoot this movie?
We did this one in 9 days.
9 days?
Yes.
See,
Yeah.
when you that's because you did post production and you had pre-production.
Yeah,
my bad.
we
Okay.
real heavy in the pre-production. We try to plan for as much as we can so that when things do pop up, it's not as catastrophic because you got a little wiggle room. So.
Come Back Home took us 6 days.
Yeah.
And this
Oh, wow.
new movie we're shooting in January is 5 days.
5 days?
Yes.
Who shot the movie?
Kyle Morgan.
Yeah.
That's who they said they work with.
I'm just saying, sometimes people switch up a little
Yeah,
bit.
for the one we're doing in January, we're shooting with.
We have a partner, so it's one of those things when you partner with somebody, you pick.
Yeah.
Our
Take turns.
first, is always Melissa Talbot.
Okay.
Which
peace to
just
her.
passed away, but and then he got to pick. And we gotta like him, you know what I'm saying? Chuck is very good.
Yeah.
Chuck shot the second season of McGraw.
McGraw.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he shot Media.
heard of
Wait,
him.
no.
Heard
He
of
just shot a lot of stuff. He's really
It's in the
good.
movie, right?
Yeah, but he shot me. He's good.
Meeting Boom.
So have y'all ever had to use multiple productions on the film?
No, we typically just it's our production company. But with this one coming up, we are partnering with other people, so we're definitely open to it. It's just that it hasn't presented itself in a way that worked in the past.
Definitely understand that. Now, when you guys chose your cast for this movie, how did that go about? Did you already have some people in mind? Did you do like a audition?
We had some people in mind for the lead characters, which David and Elijah are the lead characters. We had people in mind. Mario Woodard plays one of them, and then the person we had in mind for the David character didn't work out. So we were blessed with Will Coleman, who killed it. And that seems to happen on a lot of our stuff. We'll have people in mind, it just don't work out that way. But then after it's said and done, we couldn't have imagined anybody else playing those parts. That happened on Street Code Broken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because
I think Mitch was
originally
telling me that.
it was totally different people that was supposed to play it. And so I couldn't see nobody but Meech and Denzel.
Great
Manning
duo.
doing it, yeah. So they killed it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. So when did he have to audition? Or
Yeah, he auditioned.
Okay, now what did he do to make y'all be like, okay, that's the guy for this role?
He
What you
came
do?
prepared.
He came prepared. That's
That's
important.
important. But we, since COVID hit, it was kind of a blessing for me with the audition, because I hate the audition process. I hate it.
It's a lot.
So during COVID, we were introduced to Zoom and video auditions. So we would just have people send us a monologue, and then we would pick from there if we wanted them to read song for different parts. And so Joseph, he submitted his monologue and everything, and just his mannerisms and the way that he delivered. I was like, okay, I could see him playing, Minister Spade. Sent him the sides, and they had a live a Zoom audition with different actors and pairing them up and seeing who works and who had chemistry. And he made it through.
The rest is history.
The rest is history. Check
The
you
rest
out
is history.
on the movie when it drops.
For sure. You definitely gonna enjoy it.
So if I'm not mistaken, you said you was a comedian too?
Yup, comedian, rapper, actor, model.
Okay.
All around entertainment.
So how hard was it for you to be serious on this?
Well, I wasn't on the parts that was serious. It comes natural, and then the comedy part comes natural. So it was just naturally to be me. It's just how much they want me to be, a comedian in it.
Definitely.
Okay.
Now, how long did it take you to write this after you talked to Thomas and you guys got the idea and everything set in straight?
It took me less than 30 days to write it, because we had it outlined and everything. So the writing part was pretty simple.
I like that. 30 days.
30 days.
But that's the fun
Get
part,
that.
though, because when the script is when you really into it,
Yeah.
it's it kind of writes itself.
Yeah.
The characters just, they do what they naturally do, and you just kind of putting it down on paper.
So people that want to do script writing, what advice could you give them?
set a goal, you have to set deadlines for yourself because it's very easy to get distracted. And me personally, I find that like if I don't set a goal for myself, I'll just keep putting stuff off. But I don't like to miss deadlines. Like I'm a habitually punctual person. Like I can't stand it when people are late.
Sorry.
I don't like being late.
I'm sorry.
We apologize.
No. I'm just saying that's how I keep myself in line. Like if I don't set a deadline, then I'm just gonna keep pushing off. But if I lock myself into something, I don't want to miss that. So I'm gonna make myself sit down and focus.
Yeah, I'm usually not late. I usually be the first person here.
Yeah, it usually be me.
But see, that's the thing. I mean, people that like work with us, like they even tell us like they'll come out like if they worked on other sets, it's not the same as our set, but we don't like to waste people's time. Like when we're on set, Joseph tell you we average maybe 8 to 10 hours.
Oh, yeah.
There may be sometimes where we may go 14, but there's a lot of sets where every day they're going 14, 16, 18 hours.
Yeah.
And, I'm not knocking anybody's set, but some stuff be unnecessary because you just didn't plan right.
Exactly.
So we don't want to waste people's time. We appreciate, our actors and, the jobs they do. And so we try to make sure that on our end.
Yeah.
And, like I said, they tell you, like, man, I wasn't used to this, but hey, I like this. I like to be pushed.
Yeah.
Right.
And we all do.
Like she said, everything was dead on. If it was this time, it was gonna be this time. And sometimes it was even like an hour or two before that. It was still everything was on target.
Punctual.
And you love to work. You love to work with people that's even like that. Even the actors. The actors. If we wasn't shooting this scene that was already set out to shoot that scene, the other actors were prepared to shoot another scene if we had to switch up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you want, man. You want people that's going to come to work and get it done and not waste your time.
You're right.
Definitely.
And still feel like you're having fun.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
you guarantee
Yeah.
you're going to eat good and you're going to have fun.
Everybody
Look,
say-
eat good.
Everybody-
Eat
We eat
good.
good on set.
Oh,
That was my next question.
Y'all cook or
Oh, yeah.
y'all cater?
No,
or-
Yo, we can't.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we can't.
You definitely going to eat good.
Definitely going to
So what was your favorite meal on set?
All of them. I like to eat.
Right.
I like to eat.
We had people like, let me get your person's number so I can.
They just
order
want the
some-
food.
Yeah,
Shout out to
yeah.
Clayton's Kitchen. They hook
Clayton's
us up.
Kitchen,
Okay,
yeah.
shout out to them because
Out.
I like to eat, so I ain't.
Everything was
Everything
good.
is good to me. You feed me, you stole me for the day. If you don't
Right.
feed me.
So far, how many movies have you been in?
This year, I did 8 this year.
8 this year?
Yep.
That's
I've done
wild.
8
That's
this
amazing.
It's
That
people
is
working, man.
Yeah.
I love the fact it's a lot of movies being made out
year.
here.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And next year it's gonna be
Even crazy.
crazier, way crazier.
How many of y'all shot this year?
We shot 2.
2?
Yeah. Come Back Home and Sons of a Preacher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've done 8 total now. And like I said, it's just like even like for us, we have 4 scheduled with 2 more possibles already for next year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, and I hear other people that we know. Some people have 10 or 12
Yeah.
booked for next year. So
Yeah.
that's
That's
a blessing.
amazing.
Yeah.
City is on fire.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
you wanna stay busy. You wanna keep because it sharpens you on every aspect. So
Yeah.
you wanna
That's true.
stay busy all the time, even if it's not acting. If I'm not acting, I've done 8 movies this year. I've done like 10 music videos. I've done a calendar shoot for modeling, a modeling session. Just always working, man. You want to always work.
You got kids?
Yep.
That's what's up.
That's how, and you gotta
Show them, lead by example,
lead
right?
by example, it's the same thing as good timing as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You always want to feed your family, but you still want to get out to work to feed your family.
Right.
That's true.
And because the hustle and the grinding, like our kids is 26 and 20,
Oh, yeah.
but we don't have to worry about them trying to make money. They know how to make money.
Yeah.
Right.
And it comes, not bragging about it, but it comes from mom and dad who knows
Still,
how
Been on set
yeah.
since they was little. Like,
Yeah.
we
Brag
have
about
all
that.
there's so
Yeah.
many ways
That's
to make
brag.
Hold
money.
there, hold that boom.
That's
No,
something.
for real.
So when you see people like, really struggling. A lot of people are just lazy, man.
That's
They
true.
want everything to come to
Yeah.
them. I wish that could happen to me, but
Right?
I have to work, and I like it,
Yeah,
Like,
you definitely got to grind it out.
Definitely.
Definitely got to
That's
grind it out, man.
That's
so
with
I
anything.
know for us, it's like, well, for me, it's the more work, because independent isn't like Hollywood.
Right.
You're not gonna get paid like SAG or whatever, but the more movies we're able to do, and if the movies are pumping out making money, the more we can pay our actors.
Yeah.
And that's the way me and my wife look at things. Is we're blessed by everything we do. So if we can continue to make work in our crew, our actors, we hire a lot of the same actors
Yeah.
and stuff. If they can continue to work, it's a blessing because not they're continuing to get paid, and Lord willing, the movies do well where we could continue to
Right.
increase the pay.
It's
So
crazy to see how much the film community has exploded because we've been doing film since 2004.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
And like when we started, it was only like a couple, people doing stuff, and then
Yeah.
we would have to do everything on a barter and trade system. Like you got
Yeah.
some lights, I got a camera, you got a script. We can't pay everybody, but
Let's
we gonna
swap.
eat good.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's just come together. And it was great, but it was like just seeing to where we are now is just really crazy to see how much is going on with the film.
Definitely. And just to speak on where y'all came from and where you guys are now and just how you guys are helping other families eat by, creating work and everything. How's that feeling for you guys? Like, I know it feels good, but,
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. That's I can sincerely say that. That's because we never worry about we don't put money first. Me and
Yeah.
my wife. So we're about creating whatever we do, create it and do it the best we can, quality wise. And
Yes.
so I just been taught, man, because I come I come from the gutter.
Yeah.
So when you raise poor, it's like I always want to be rich and famous. But now I don't think about that anymore. I really like money, but I can't love money.
Yeah.
Because when you're in love with things, what you do for those
Yeah.
things. So if you're in love with money,
You do anything.
yeah. So, and that's one thing, that we try to stay focused on is put the money second. That'll come. Just focus in on quality work. And that's what seems like it's Lord was starting to pay off.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So yeah.
And you guys won an award, right, for Dear Future Husband? Didn't y'all?
Actually, Dear Future Husband won 5 awards.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was-
That's what's up.
It was because that was they wanted us to present an award, and Nyambi, which is the writer of Dear Future Husband, my partner with that, she said I'm supporting it. I mean I'm submitting it, to the Detroit Filmmaker Awards, and I was like, okay, Then they asked us to be presenters on it, and then turn around and like 5 different categories. I was like, wow. But the people, one I was more excited about, Naomi wrote it. It's loosely based on a true story about her and her life with her husbands, and to see Debbie, Dez, these are like veterans that's been grinding it out, not only for us, but they're just very good at what they do. So to see them win, that excited us the most, Yeah.
Now, with with Sons of a Preacher, I know I want everybody and their mama to see the movie. But if it was like a specific person, who would each of you want that specific person to be?
To see the movie?
Yeah, to see the movie.
I can honestly say I don't have a specific person because for me, like, I'm focused on, like, for me, our movies are ministry for
Yes.
me. So, like, I just want people to see it because it's so many people that have never stepped foot in a church. Like, they're going to get that message in an unconditional way. It's like giving them their medicine and they don't know how they take the medicine.
Right.
So, I don't have a specific person. I just want people to see it and receive the message of it.
That's dope.
Go ahead.
Well, one of my
That was a good question. Man,
the
who would you want to see this?
I mean, because where I come from, it's just like with Street Code Broken. It's like that was my ideal, and people, we go through stuff in life, and it's God changed me, You know, so that's always gonna be big for me. I mean, people ask me about what's my favorite movie. It's just like, to me, we get better and better, but I still like Turn the Cheek the best because what it's about. It's about forgiveness, and that's what this world is lacking. You know, big time is forgiveness. We have a God that forgives us every day, and it's hard for us to forgive each other. You know, so for this movie, she'll tell me I tell too much, so I don't want to give nothing away.
Right.
So yeah, but that's probably it's hard for me to answer. That might give stuff away.
I think for me, it would be everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever, who I want to see this movie and get a reality check for them, or what will resonate to that individual, I would say everybody. Because everybody going to get a piece of it.
Yeah.
I don't care who you is. If you in the church, outside the church, thinking about going back to church, and then it just doesn't take place in the church. It extends far beyond the church. So now it's at your doorstep.
Yeah.
It's in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
And everybody got to be held accountable. So,
hey,
everybody.
Yeah. Well, without giving stuff away, because there's something that's, really
takes place.
Yeah, in the movie. And one thing that I want people to understand is that we're all human. We're all going through things. But when it comes to the word and what the Bible says, we can't fight that.
Yeah.
Even if we're doing it and know we shouldn't be doing it and we're trying to accept it, like, you can't get mad at me for showcasing something that God says. So I may be, without giving stuff away, I may be tight with a situation. It doesn't, because I'm speaking about it, it don't make me dogging you as a person, because you're human. You're going through things. If anything, I hope that it touch your spirit and maybe you change. And if you don't, I'm still going to love you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you my people, you my people.
Yeah.
We all go through things different, and so that's the biggest thing I would say, what I was trying to say, and I'm glad he said that, because people take stuff personal. It's like, and then they think you don't like them or nothing. It's like, no, if something ain't right, if it's me, it's not right.
Yeah.
I need to fix it.
Yeah.
And sometimes it could take longer to fix things. It's taking people years to, fix their situations.
That's true.
And I'm talking about, it could be anything, so that's what I want to share with the people. Like,
Yep, I think it's about accountability too. You know what I mean? It's, even in God's word, in God's word, you're gonna be held accountable.
mm-hmm.
So instead of letting God whoop you for you not want to be held accountable, just hold yourself accountable so you don't get that whooping.
There you go.
It's like being, a parent.
Yeah.
You gotta clean up your room. You gonna clean up your room, man.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you gonna get a whooping. So why just go on and clean up your room so you don't got to get the whooping? Then you gonna thank God wrong because God whoop you.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
You already
So,
know the rules.
There it is, right there.
I'm telling y'all, something happened to me earlier that is example of what I'm saying, just an example. And I was talking to a friend of mine that's a pastor. And this is my thing. Because when I say this, I want to make sure I always clear, like, we don't celebrate Christmas. We don't say, and there's a reason for that. We don't knock people who still do it, because it was a traditional thing for me.
Yeah.
But when I started, it took me my wife first started not doing it, and I'm like, man, that's what I've always done. So I'm giving you examples. But when I said it to her, I said, tell the people, because he was like, something about Friday. He always gives a topic about Friday. And I was like, preach, tell the people why it's not why you shouldn't celebrate Christmas. He said something about Christmas.
Right.
And he was like, well, I ain't studied that yet. And so when I went to him later, I was like, preach, I said, I was just, I said, so you haven't studied that yet. Is that something that you just don't want to? Or is it because it's traditional in your household? And I said, that's cool. But I said, you like you got offended when I said that.
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't mean nothing biased. I actually thought he knew. It's a what do you call it?
I seen that you
pagan
posted
holiday.
something on it.
If you
earlier.
really look at the stuff, and so I'm just going off What was the meaning behind it? And that's why I said I don't dog people, because most people do that because it's traditional and they don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's why I was asking. I said, well, if you know now, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, and this is what I'm saying. Like, there's things that I know and I continue to do.
Yeah.
I shouldn't do it. I got to take that up with who? Not her, but God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was telling him. He understood. I'm like, that's all I'm saying, you know, so.
Like, I'm not
but that was
knocking you. I
exactly-
just, thought you may have known.
Yeah, but I never want people to feel like I'm not, unless you killing people or something.
Yeah.
Nah, you shouldn't
Different.
be.
No.
Right. Yeah, that's something
So
different.
what is the Christmas situation? I seen what you posted earlier, but I just seen like a little clip of it. So
Well, what
educate
it is
us, people.
And when I started like reading the Bible for myself,
Mm-hmm.
I started realizing that there were a lot of things that pastors don't talk about.
Yeah.
And it says in Jeremiah 10, it says specifically, it talks about how people would cut down the trees and nail them down and decorate them with silver and gold. And that always stuck out to me. I was like, and it was saying don't do that. 'Cause that's like a form of idol worship.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I started studying more and getting into it, I came to learn that it's actually the celebration of the sun god Tammuz, who and they celebrate, they like worship the sun. So like as the winter, the sun is out less time than in the summertime. It's like that's a celebration of his birth, the birth of the sun god. And the Catholic Church started calling it Christ's birthday because they didn't want to upset the system that was already in order. It dates back to, I think it was Constantine. And so it's just in realizing, like in like the story of the nativity, like when the shepherds are out when Christ is born, they're like, the shepherds would never be out in the dead of winter. It's too cold to have the flocks out. So we know that Christ wasn't born in the winter time. It had to be like in the late summer or fall. And just seeing all these lies and like the 10 Commandments, it's like one of the 10 Commandments is thou shalt not lie.
True.
When parents tell their kids every Christmas, be mad, Santa's not gonna bring you.
Yeah.
It's
Come on.
rooted in lies.
Yeah.
And it's like, and even in Easter, it's like from Friday to Sunday. How many days is that?
Yeah.
Rabbits don't lay eggs.
Come on.
Like all this stuff
Come
is
on.
rooted in lies. It's like, and if
Come
you
on.
just look at the surface stuff, you start asking questions and you start digging deeper and you start turning over your shoes. So it's like, I used to feel so bad for my cousins because they were Jehovah's Witnesses, and when we were younger, they couldn't celebrate Christmas. And it was just like,
Yeah.
how do you live?
Yeah.
But then, now that I'm older, I'm like, I owe them an apology because they would always like,
They
it's
was
a
on
pagan
it.
holiday.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
was on
And then
it.
once I started reading and trying to understand, it's like this stuff comes out and it says all through Deuteronomy, like, do not worship me the way the pagans worship their gods. And people always want to say, well, that's not what it means to me.
Yeah.
Hey, cool. You can't come to her and say, let's celebrate your birthday on my ex-girlfriend's birthday because I just can't remember your birthday.
No, but for real.
You gonna catch a left hook, right?
And a right one
So,
too.
And it's like God is holy. He said don't do it.
Don't.
Yeah.
And it's like these are pagan gods. He's holy. So you gonna worship me
Yeah.
the way you worship these fake, phony demons? Like, no. It's like in good conscience, I just can't do it.
Come on.
Yeah.
Talk.
That's
No,
good.
for real.
And
No,
you know-
real.
definitely
That's real.
educating the people.
The thing for me,
That's
it was really been hurting my soul the way they're doing stuff right in front of our face.
No, really.
And we're allowing it. I mean, I've never been a big Kyrie person. But what he's,
Yeah.
that's like just what it's just like when they put that knee in Floyd's,
Yeah.
like white people, whatever. But, oh no, that's wrong. Well, duh, they've been doing stuff like this, but because it was so bam right in your face, they're like, no, that was wrong. And so the stuff they're doing to us now, I mean, man, I'm talking about COVID, all that stuff. Like,
Yes, really.
it's real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The stuff is
100%.
real. And not to say
I'm
that
glad
like the
that-
virus
that's
ain't real, but it's just the things they're doing to the
It's an agenda.
it's an
Yeah,
agenda,
it
yeah.
definitely is.
You know what I'm saying? So just like with the Kyrie thing, it's like, oh, yeah, Shaq, even LeBron just crushed me when he
They both
Charles
crushed
Barkley.
me.
like Shaq, no, because Shaq, his upbringing is a
He
little
always,
different.
yeah.
But you know who really, really hurt me, and I'm so glad I'm hearing him. Jalen Rose. He really,
I didn't hear
because
about
he
Jalen
went
Rose.
against him too.
He did?
But then Jalen came out
And
like a week and a
apologized,
half
didn't he?
ago and was like, my blackness is being challenged. I do more for my culture before y'all wake up. So he got the guilty conscience.
Yeah.
And I love Jalen, but when we wrong, we wrong.
Yeah.
And then just a few days ago, he came out and said one of the people he looked up to pretty much put him in line.
Right.
You
Yeah.
ain't like, it don't matter if you didn't totally agree with this man.
You don't have to
But
say nothing.
already it's first of all man made black and white.
Right.
Okay. We're one human race. And so man made, just like man made the holiday, all that stuff,
Yeah.
like man made that. So it's like with, they're talking about with the documentary, they're talking about, well, because Hitler was in there and he said whites wasn't the first Jews, whatever, however he
Yeah.
said it, they got really offended. Well, it says in the Bible, it was dark complected,
Yeah.
so it was, you know what I'm saying? So and then they tried to blow it up. But I just love the way Kyrie held his own, and to this day,
No, really, still do.
and the people, people don't know. Some people don't notice the first person to kind of stand up for him was a white Jew, and that was Max, the commentator Max.
Yeah.
He came out and was like, "Can we move on? We know Kyrie ain't mean nothing by that, but they
Right.
tried to really push."
Well, the crazy thing is half the people that's speaking out about it and being mad at him didn't even watch the documentary.
That part.
That was the thing. People,
I wouldn't
they
pay
didn't
that
know.
little 99.
Listen,
I'm like,
I've
let me
been
watch
looking
it.
for it. We're gonna watch it. I seen
Please-
this on
please
Amazon
do.
Prime now.
Because the thing about it is that, like, people, I tell people this all the time, like, all of this is in the Bible.
Yeah.
Like,
It
this
is.
is Revelation that says
Yeah.
people, synagogue of Satan, those who call themselves Jews that are not. It's like when you
Come
stop
on.
and look at it, it's like, hey, how can lily white people live in Egypt and work from sun up to sundown and not
Man.
die from skin cancer?
Cause when they out
Come
here
Come
Right.
on. Come
So
on.
in
it's
Detroit,
like-
son.
it's starting, the real Hebrews are starting to wake up and they don't like that.
That's
That's the
it. I
problem.
mean, even if you look at it, Jesus was a teacher. He was the Jewish teacher.
How y'all feel about Kanye waking up?
Everybody.
Kanye always been like
He
that.
says some great things, but he messes himself up with the crazy. And here's the thing: I tell anybody this with Kanye, he is a prime example. The man sold his soul, and now he's trying to get it back. And in that process, I mean, I don't know really once you
Come on.
deny. I don't know if he.
First of all, you cannot sell your soul because
Well, you know, it's
no,
what we
I'm
say.
saying that's
Yeah.
what they say.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's like if he decides that he wants to come back into the fold, God, we serve a forgiving
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
But the thing is he's going to have to reap what he
Yeah.
sold into that. So that don't mean he
Got
just
to
get out.
sacrifice.
And
And
I
that's
don't
what he
think
dealing with now.
I don't think he
Yeah.
denounced
Sacrificing
God. It's just
Yeah.
the things that he allowed to happen,
Yeah.
and now he's speaking out about it. But the thing I wanted to finish with the Kyrie thing, what I was saying about Shaq, LeBron, and them is that it's just like them seeing George Floyd with the knee in his neck.
Yeah.
They all spoke so soon negative on this guy, but then when they gave that list of what he got, what they say? Oh, that's slavery.
Yeah.
Now Shaq and all them. Oh no, no, dude. You don't know what they doing. Well, they give me the skin color. They say I'm white, but the thing is that no, because I'm glad I was raised the way I was raised.
Yeah.
And I look at more cultures, we're cultured people more than anything. It's like if you grow up around a bunch of hillbillies, you're gonna be a hillbilly, you
Right.
know.
Yeah.
And it don't matter what the skin color
It
is.
doesn't.
But so like with them doing that, once they gave this list, oh no, that's wrong. No, y'all was wrong for the way y'all did that,
Yeah,
man.
they-
Because but that's what Jalen was saying. I should have spoke different,
Yeah.
and I appreciate that about it. I'm glad that because Jay from here, Jay
Yeah,
from
exactly.
the streets, he from the hood. So, he's already changed, which is great. But when he did what he did, it made him look bad.
Yeah.
But then he hopefully, I kind of know Jay from the younger age, and like, I think he's sincere about it. He's just like, dang, man, I'm tripping.
Yeah.
And it took somebody,
To get him, somebody who knows.
yeah,
like,
he
all
said
right.
that too. He's as a man, I messed up.
And sometimes you
You
need
know?
that. The people around you to hold you accountable, like
Hold
you
you
were saying,
accountable.
if you're not gonna hold yourself accountable.
Yeah, hold you. I mean,
Definitely.
And that's just what this movie gonna do. It's gonna hold you accountable.
Okay.
This movie gonna hold you accountable, man. Even in the funny parts.
Even
Still gonna
in
hold
the
you
funny
accountable.
parts. It's all a message
Man.
that people clearly need to see.
So is the way y'all can like sneak me the movie on the side or something? I pay for it. You know what I'm saying?
It's not ready yet. Not ready for the streets to see yet.
They got it. They got it.
Well, we was just
Right
telling
quick.
before you got here. We told White. We said, "Did y'all pick by the titles of the movies
No.
for tomorrow?"
No, they.
I know he told.
I told
I was
him,
messing with it.
Oh,
The titles.
trying to go see some nasty stuff instead of, preaching.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. Since I was late, I don't book who comes and what we do.
Right,
She
right.
does that.
Don't do that. And
Y'all-
I do, but it was just
The-
the,
the-
personality,
the-
time frame.
Yeah, no, we
totally understand.
But y'all see what I do. When I got here, what was I doing?
Yeah,
Set
you're
up.
the.
That's
you're
what I
the-
do.
I told them.
That's
that.
why y'all team.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Exactly.
I'm like, I'm lost in here. Like, dang, the TV done went out again.
Yeah.
But
But
I like you guys look really happy. So that's
Thank you.
we try to be.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say but. This is the thing.
But it's his favorite. It's
I
your
like
thing.
saying I might like saying but there it is. If you guys wasn't doing what you were doing now, what would you be doing?
Man,
Yeah, each
woo,
of you.
we didn't know we was gonna be
Probably
doing
be
this.
punching the clock, just working an everyday job, like we're expected to do.
Sad, miserable.
Yes, because shoot, I ain't gonna lie, I got fired in March, and I haven't missed it.
Listen, that's how this podcast got started. They fired me.
You got fired too?
Yep.
Girl,
At the end, for real. But I was miserable working anyway, so I was like, God's plan.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. Because guess what? We've been up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From that, I
Seriously.
mean, we were doing really well, but when it was just time, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that too.
It was time to to
Elevate.
get, because some people say, like, I mean, I have 5 jobs. I do
Yeah.
5 different things, and so my thing is, people like they look at this, some people could look at this like it's part time. No, it's a full time gig.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I'm constantly on the grind with this. So,
Well, for us though, because we were originally we were supposed to go into production full time. We always said once we got our kids out of school, we were gonna do it full time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when our daughter was a senior in 2020, COVID hit.
Yeah.
And so I had an opportunity to go back into. I've been in the mortgage business for over 20 years, and it's really good money. So I got comfortable.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, it's COVID, we can't shoot right now, so I'll just go ahead and do this, and then you get comfortable getting that check
Yeah.
every 2 weeks.
Dang.
And so I think that was just God's way of saying no.
You can't be
Yeah.
comfortable.
It's time-
Let's get
you
you
can't be
uncomfortable
comfortable.
real quick.
because
Yeah,
when
you
she
can't
since she's been like full time with this, all she's doing, I mean, she wrote the movie we're doing in January in 2.5 days. She edited the
Script,
Sons of a
edited 2
Preacher
movies,
in 2.5 weeks.
See?
You
God said,
know,
stop
so-
playing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I haven't
Stand out
looked
to be
back.
you.
Oh, no, really.
I call you by your name.
At
You
some
stand to
point,
be
you
accountable.
gotta. You can't, you know.
Or you gonna if you don't use it, you will lose it.
That's true. And
You
be
know what I mean?
miserable. Still
And
working
and
for
still
them.
be miserable. To answer that question, what I'd be doing if I wasn't doing this, what I'm doing now. Been in the medical field 19 years.
What part of the medical field you in?
Medical assistant.
You love it?
Love it. Phlebotomy.
Oh, yeah.
Assistant oral surgeon, surgery team for Henry Ford,
Okay.
pediatrics, dialysis. I've been in all parts of it, man. I love it. So, my new phase in that, I just want to run my own medical company.
Yeah.
So if I wasn't doing, I think that's what I'd really be doing if it wasn't, my sports days gone past.
Pass that to the kids now.
Put my shoes up.
What you used to play?
A point guard.
What school?
I played for Saginaw. I didn't play for Saginaw. I got caught up, street life. Played for junior high school. I played AAU, friendship, traveled.
Okay.
I played the best. I'm from Saginaw, but I moved to this area. So I played with the best of them in the Sag. Dre, all of them.
Yeah.
Terrence Roberson,
Saginaw.
one of the best to come out of Saginaw. Draymond, one of the best to come
Yeah.
out.
I'm about to say
Jason
something.
Richardson.
I'm about to say something.
What to say?
Saginaw Bonavista. Vista.
No, Saginaw East Side, Saginaw High.
Okay,
No,
you good.
yeah.
I'm about to say something.
No, BV, all right, though. I stayed out there. I grew out in BV, so I can't change the blues. We keep the blues. BV, my home, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
25th Street.
I
we
played
out
against,
there, 27.
I remember I used to play them. I used to hate them.
I played
them
against
boys
Terrence
nice,
Roberson
though.
and
That's
them.
why a lot of
They,
people ain't like to play BV. Them boys was nice.
Yeah, they was. I was like,
Yeah.
why this whole team could dunk?
Oh,
I was like, what
them
the
boys
heck?
from BV, nice. Like
decent.
T-Roll them, Punch, Scrap, boy, all them boys, nice, man. Cause but I ball with them. You know what I mean? Even coming up through the hood, like I ball with them. We'd go on their side of town, and we'd ball against them. You know, to sharpen our skills. Them boys nice. That's why a lot of and them boys nice. Cause they had the right people at the right time in their life, though. You know what I mean? So they had scouts in the young age.
Oh yeah.
You know where we's from, they ain't coming over there.
Nah.
They like, nah, we'll catch them at the game, see what we see.
I want
But
to
if
apologize
them
to them
boys-
guys.
Yeah.
I apologize because I used to start fights. Every time I used to see that triangle, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about. You know what I'm talking about.
Because you can't do nothing with it though. Who running triangle in junior high school? I mean, elementary, junior high.
That ain't the triangle I'm talking about.
Oh, I know what you're saying though. I know I got you.
You know what like these little niggas.
Really? That's what you gonna say?
That's what I used to say. I'd be mad.
Yeah, BV make you mad like that though.
It was
'Cause
certain
they-
schools made me
they
mad.
just super nice, man.
That sounds like a hater. Get your skills up.
I couldn't. It wasn't just me. You know, that was a whole team.
But see, like I played all sport. I got a scholarship for basketball, swimming, soccer.
All around.
Yeah, I was always in the sports, man. I was always running the streets. So again, I think it'd definitely be the medical field.
Okay.
That's good though, because the medical field gonna always be around.
Always be there. Somebody they gonna always need help. Somebody gonna always need to be buried.
I'm in the dental background, so
Right,
yeah, always gotta be in somebody's mouth. Oh yeah, this ain't for me.
So they say, I'm not gonna say who they are.
Right, I'm gonna say,
But
what,
they
we spreading
say-
rumors?
I'm not
Dave
spreading
Chappelle, who is
Right, we spreading rumors here.
Well, I mean, I can say who they. Read the comments.
Talk about.
Read comments.
Okay, so what are you
Read
saying?
comments. I read comments sometimes. You read comments, you go know what I'm talking about once I say it. They say in the industry here, we film too fast. How do you guys feel about that?
I don't think I read that.
I have.
Ladies first.
I think that's a subjective statement, and it depends on the project because I think that you have to do according to your budget and your resources.
There we go.
So, like, if you can't be in a location but for one day, you got to make it do what it do.
Yes.
Now, the thing is, have y'all seen a lot of Detroit films?
Yeah.
Okay, so would you say, and you can always be honest, would you say all of them you could see what they're saying, or is it some of them?
Some. I think it's a lot of them that's like, I think with everything, like that's if we go into McDonald's. This McDonald's may just always have fresh food. They always got great customer service. So it's the same with the film industry. Some people are like you said, very punctual, pay attention to their pre-production and making sure everything goes as planned and handling their business when they are there. And then there's others who, hey, whatever, we gonna get it done, long as we get it done, however, long as I make the money back or whatever. Some people,
Some people are filmmakers, and some people just like making films.
that's true. And you can see it in some of their work.
Yes.
Yeah. And some people just like making money.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
it.
you gotta think like we shot this in how many days?
9 days.
9 days. You got Tyler Perry shoots his films in 7, 8, 9 days as well.
Right.
So who's to say who's doing what?
Right.
And mainly it's just the people sitting at home on their hands.
Mm-hmm.
Who like, dang, y'all done made that in 9 days, and I still got the
9
idea
days,
in my head, not even on paper yet. It's like,
It's been in my head 9 days.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
I'm a quit line. Ain't nobody say. I just wanted to say that. I'm just,
No, but the thing is,
it was just a question
Well,
I had.
somebody thinking that though.
well,
somebody is.
It's a great question because I do. That's why I asked the question to you
Right.
guys, because that's a good question, because I can see why someone would ask that question
Yeah.
with some of the films.
Being
The
coming
biggest
out.
thing is when you starting off in the game, that film ain't gonna be as good as 4 films from then,
Right.
Unless unless you
with the right people.
unless you done did a bunch of like shorts and or went to school and everything. A lot of us we didn't go to school for this.
Yeah.
Right.
Still, you have to have your first project.
Yeah.
Like you said.
Yeah,
It's
your
not
first
gonna
project
That's what I'm
gonna be-
saying.
Yeah.
So the goal, what I was trying to get to was the goal is to keep getting better. I'm telling y'all, that's what I'm starting to see now.
Yeah.
With our Detroit
They
people.
getting better.
They're
Definitely.
getting
Yes,
better.
yeah, definitely.
And that's what excites me, man, because I don't even have to like your film personally because we're not going to like everything.
Yeah.
I just want to see that the quality and stuff is there.
Exactly.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And if that's cool because we're just not going to like everything.
Everybody
You
don't like
know,
everything.
but that's what I'm excited about.
From each of you watching past films that you either shot or were in or anything of that nature, what have you learned from that? So, as an actor, as a director, writer, actors, producers, what have you learned from watching your past films?
What have I learned from watching my past films?
Your past work.
Or my past work? I see my growth. I definitely, that'll be the first thing you want to watch. You want to watch your growth. And then I noticed that I minimize, and you two probably can speak on this as well. I've seen that I minimize the things that I see in movies. When I see me do something, I say, I could have did this differently. I've minimized that by so much that I don't have to go back in my mind and say, I should have did this differently, because either I'm going to ask the director, can I do this like this? Or I just feel comfortable doing this because I already made it me. So if you can minimize what I should have done, you comfortable with everything you've done. And that's what I see in all mine. I just see the growth in mine.
I like that. Growth is important.
Yeah,
it is.
I was just telling the actors in my brother Kamal Smith's class he gave past weekend. I was telling them, I said one of the best advice I could give you is invest in yourself, because there's several actors here, they get in a movie and the movie does really well, so they think they're an actor and they really didn't do a great job in the film, but they don't want to invest to get better. Denzel and them have coaches. They still, you know, so I think that's very important. I'm not knocking people, because every movie, just like he just said, every movie we do, I see growth, and I'm excited for the other movies we've done. They look good. I mean, we've been around, so we've learned. And when I have like my my partner from, because I look at, like, when people say one actor was like, Diesel was there, and shout out to Diesel, phenomenal actor, and he's like, we coming for your spot, and I'm like, don't worry about his spot. Get to his spot, and so work on your craft, because it's not a competition to us. Right. We don't. Shout out to Moolah, Dennis Reed, Renika, Lisa Brown, all them. They're not competition with us. Yeah. We salute and support everything they do. We don't compete, with anybody. We compete with ourselves to get better, and then we push each other. A lot of those people get advice from us. We may get advice from them. Yeah. That's what this is supposed to be. It's like the competition thing. Now, if it's a friendly competition, I just don't compete with none of them. Like, I just want to see them do excellent. Yeah. And then us continue to, do good and just, elevate. Elevate. Yeah. Because, when you, and another thing is, for these, the actors and stuff, we have to show that we got good quality work, because I don't compete with Hollywood, right. But I do know, I respect and understand where they're at. And so when you got a producer, a writer that's doing their thing in Hollywood, telling you about your stuff, that does feel good. Yeah. It's not a brand. It feels good, and that's what I want them to be, because Joseph is an actor. We need him to be the best he can, because he don't know if Tyler Perry is going to be. We're going to be kicking with Tom Hanks or somebody, and they need Joseph. They look at our movie and be like, dang, who is that guy? Right. So you always want to try to do your best, and that's why I always say, invest in yourself, get better.
That's really big.
That's facts.
That is huge. What, did you want to say something on that?
Oh, yeah.
I forgot the question.
How you, when you watch your past work, like, what was my question about how you've grown since watching your past work?
How have you grown since your past work?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Just from the director perspective, learning how to slow down and really pay attention to the details, because I'm not a detailed person, like, in real life. Like, I tell people what they need to know on a need-to-know basis. Yeah. Like, Rocky is he's a communicator to the fullest. I'm just like, if you ask me where you going to the store, you ain't gonna get no more than that.
Yeah.
And that's how I like I'm trying to get it done. I learned how to slow down a lot, like understanding when I say action, let the actors build into the scene instead of just going to your first line.
Right.
And then before I cut, let it ride a little bit because you get those little tidbits after the last
facial
line.
expressions and stuff.
Just, and now that I edit, like after I started editing, that's when I started understanding that. So just like he said, growth, just learning how to pay more attention to the details and to slow down and let the project come together authentic.
Yeah.
And the thing with like me and my wife, like I don't know, it's just amazing. Like I said, even coming in, we never knew we was gonna be filmmakers.
Yeah.
It's just God, took us that way, and it's like the way we work together. Trust me, we go at it. We go at each other's heads, but it's to get better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To push each other, and there's so much stuff that He blessed her with that I need to get better with, and I feed off her, and it's vice versa.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that yeah, it's been such a blessing because people ask, 26 years. I mean, y'all look, still, I'm getting old now, but, y'all still look young. It's like, yeah, we got married young. But one thing I could tell people, it's been 27 great years.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and I'm not saying we ain't had arguments or stuff, but it's something we can't write.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I can give people advice, but the biggest thing I can give advice is when I put God first, and she helped me with that was number one. And then communication.
It's crazy.
Like the way I grew up, I had to communicate, and so she didn't like to communicate. But a lot of times people won't do that. That's something they don't want to get better with.
Yeah.
But she wanted to get better. Vice versa with me. There's certain things that I'm very impatient or something. And so, we just feed off each other really good. And that's just a blessing, man. That's not nothing to brag about. That is a blessing.
Guaranteed. And to piggyback off what he said was to invest in yourself.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. And I think COVID broke
A
a lot of people to invest in themselves.
No, for real.
I wrote 3 books during COVID. My first book I put out on Amazon. That's doing really really good. I got 2 more books I want to put out, but once you start investing in yourself, you be who God wants you to be, and that's where your blessings come from. You being who God wants you to be. If you somebody else, it's not gonna be.
Yeah,
there
say
we go.
that again.
Being who God designed you to be. It's like I think Pac said it the best. Like if you have more losses than you have gains, that's not for you.
That's true.
So yeah, man. We just gotta. This movie here is definitely gonna be a blessing to everybody. I don't care what stage of life you in.
Yeah.
Trying to get it right. You lost it, trying to get it back right. You don't know how to get it right. It's gonna touch you in every dimension of your life.
I can't wait to see it. What I was gonna say?
I don't know. Why y'all can't have 2 premieres?
Listen, I did ask if they were gonna do an encore.
Honestly, it's there are a lot of premieres going on,
Yes.
and we're just a little bit burnt out with the whole premiere thing. So we're just trying something different.
Yeah.
Oh.
A little bit. So
Okay.
yeah. So
It's so
that's
many
not to
of
say we
them.
won't do it again, but yeah, this one we wanted to just try something a little different.
It's so many. Jesus.
It is a lot of them, but it's good. I like to see our people working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even just say our people, everyone. I like to see everybody
Right.
working because it's like they making our city look good,
Yes.
real good. Even if it's bad, they growing, they getting better. I seen something so bad one time, I was like, "Your next one better be good," but it was.
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah.
and I was like,
We're not gonna talk about that.
"We not." I ain't saying who it was.
It's all about growth, man.
It
No,
is. It's all about
And
growth.
it's
Yeah.
Detroit is got a bomb in them, and it like
Mm-hmm.
swallow the bomb and it's blowing up.
Yeah.
And it's waking everybody up. It's waking the world up. So we gotta, whether you're gonna be, the forerunners in the middle and the end of it. If you're in the end, push it.
Yeah.
If you're in the beginning of it, pull it.
Right.
And in the middle, get in where you fit in.
Right.
For real.
Because in the few years, it's gonna be what it was back then when Motown was in it. It's gonna be
Right.
the movie portion of it. It's gonna be the entertainment portion of it. So everybody just stay with your grind, man. That's my word for everybody. Just stay on your grind and trust the process.
Trust the process.
And when you look at it, like, we've never had a distribution company here.
Yeah.
And we have three now.
Or anything like that.
We have
for
three
acting.
distribution companies. We have 2 studios independently. 2 studios going up. You know, shout out to Dennis Reed with his studio and Moolah Films.
Yep.
But
Yep.
there's,
Awesome,
I mean,
Dennis Reed.
you know, it's a great situation, and you know, a lot of us say our thing is we comparing to Motown.
Yeah.
You know how they did it, and it's kind of like the way we're doing it, and with the birth of streaming and social media and stuff, it's allowed the independents to really succeed. You know, even like on the music side. You know, I mean, I hear people like, such and something. Like, no, never heard of him. And when he's a millionaire, he's a rap artist, or he's a singer. Never heard of him. Like, but you go on his Instagram, he's got 4 million followers. You know, it's because of the birth of streaming and
everything.
So man, I'm telling you, we're so excited to see so many people winning now and winning with doing what they love to do.
And staying connected, everybody plugging with everybody pulling each other. It ain't about I got this and I'm doing this and I'm bigger than. No, we all got to pull each other if we all want to be who we want to be. And that's independent as far as a community, because ain't nobody gonna do it for us. We got to do it for ourselves.
So was y'all support always like this when you guys first started?
When we first started, it was
for each of you.
a lot more fragmented, just because it wasn't a lot of people doing it. But just over the years, it's just been really great to see how people have banded together and support each other. Because it's like, we recognize everybody can't work with everybody.
Yeah.
That's just, it is what it is. But that doesn't mean we don't support you. Like, we'll still show up to your premieres, we'll buy tickets or whatever. And it's like just sharing of resources. Like, we're so open with resources and stuff. Like, we share everything amongst each other. Like, oh, where I can get a hospital? Yeah, sure, here's a number, call.
Yeah.
It's been a really beautiful thing to see, because like, I love the city. I've never had a desire to go to LA or Atlanta to do nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I want to do it here where I'm at.
Yeah.
And so it's just really great to see that people are really stepping up to the plate, trying new things and excelling at it. So I'm excited about how it's grown. One thing I will say though, I really want these actors to understand, y'all really have to keep working and going to classes and leveling up, because having talent is not enough. You have to develop that talent into a skill. Just because you've been in 5 movies doesn't mean that you're getting better. Like, if you're playing the same person over and over again, not learning how to build your backstories, not learning how to dive into your scenes and break them down and make them make sense so that you can connect to those characters as an actor. Your job as an actor is to bring that viewer into your experience. If you're in a play on stage, you're supposed to take it to the audience, but in a movie, you got to bring them into that experience. And a lot of actors, they miss that because they're so focused on just saying the lines, and there's so much more than that. So I was really excited to see, Kamal with his class and what a great turnout he had. And I just really want to encourage, actors to keep leveling up, keep taking classes. If you don't invest in you, why should anybody else invest?
That's facts. I said that. I was in that class. That was part of my caption. Like, definitely invest in yourself, because if you don't believe in your dream or yourself, like you said, who else will? Why should they? You don't care. Why I would care?
Right.
Like, you're not taking that time to actually. You say you want to act, or you want to direct, or you want to make music, but you're just waiting on somebody to do it for you. Like, okay, so I'm a rapper.
And then you also got to learn the business.
That too.
Because a lot of people have very unrealistic expectations about what it is to be an artist, an actor, whatever, and they don't know anything about the business side of things. Like, people show up at auditions, they get an offer, they're just like, oh, I thought I was going to be making $500-$600 a day. Where?
and that's the thing, is like Janaea posted that about a week ago. SAG, ultra low budgets, $300,000 and none of our movies here have reached anything close to 300,000. Nowhere close. This you could pay a SAG actor $216 a day, and we have actors asking for like way more than that. And now there's a couple here that talent wise could deserve that. And if I have that type of money, I might would pay them just because they're that good and they're dedicated. But I'm talking about there's people that's just not that good. They were just so happen in a hot movie, so they think they're hot. And I'm a numbers guy. I'm analytics and stuff. So I watch, and I have a distribution company, so I watch all this stuff. I'm watching, as you know, this one movie came out with this person. I'm talking about people that we bring here that has a name. Yeah. Like on the urban market, like far as like investing in an actor. Yeah. And there's great actors, but is Jamal Willard and Murder. Yeah. Those are the people that could probably demand that more money, because look at the movies they're in. They're all unpopular. Jamal's got 3 movies out right now that's unpopular. He's had like 12 or 14. Every movie he's been in hits popular on Tubi. So, that'd be good. And I'm not saying that to knock our actors or any actors. What I mean, actors across the road, not just here. Yeah. But grow your Instagram, grow your following. Like, demand that through that. I wish that a SAG movie, they have $40, $100 million if you're a nobody but can act to pay you a nice salary. It's not like that with us. You know what I'm saying?
The budget for an indie film is, like I said, between $35,000 and $45,000, and you have to pay your crew. You have to have good sound. You have to have makeup. You have to have wardrobe. You have to feed everybody. Yeah. So if you have a cast of 10 people, it's like you just can't do it. It's not that don't want anybody say you're not talented. It's just it's not doable.
And so if as an actor, if they told me they were bringing how you say his name? I always mess it up. Tatum. Yeah, like, and you were gonna pay him this much, and I think I'm better than him. There's no way I'm gonna tell you, well, that's wrong. You paying him this much, and no, he do him. I gotta get like where he's at. You know what I'm saying? So and he just so happened he's got that type of audience. Everything is based on audience base. It's just like with me and my wife, like, we don't just go off that. So the more money we make, our actors, especially ones that's been there and then come back, they're going to see an increase. Yeah. If we're not paying you more, it's because we're not making more. Yeah. And that's just
to be real, I would rather work with local talent than national talent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So my last question. Have you ever guys had a cast of people and was like, could you try to, they asked you, could you try to get this certain actor and we'll take a cut?
No.
The cast saying that?
Yeah.
No, we never ran into that.
I'm just saying I would see it more like.
What was it?
If we had a cast that like said that they were willing to take less so that we could get a bigger name attached to the project, they were willing to take less to bring in a big name.
No, I would though, because that big name is gonna help me out. Yeah. People don't think like that though, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just like my man broke down. He said that podcast, he's big time too. He said, we're looking to get to $1 billion and flaunt it. The Jay-Z's, the Kanye's. Yeah. Wow, the white man is looking to get to $1 trillion. Yeah. It's like, no, don't stop there. Keep going. Yeah. But like with us, we don't. So it could be with a product. You know, our movies, we want to keep going. We want to keep getting better. Don't just because you put one out, keep getting better. Yeah. And it's like people like, they're okay with getting here. You know, it's like, no, go to the highest level you can get to. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
I don't think I'm never okay with here.
I don't know. I'm content. Like, that's where we differ. Like, I'm a creative. Yeah. Like, I have to work with these people because I'm a director. So I would rather work with people that I can build a relationship with and, build that chemistry, sit down in rehearsals and fine tune and tweak, as opposed to flying somebody in who already has this preconceived notion, I'll go do this with this little production or whatever. Yeah. They're going to show up, they're not going to know their lines, they don't care about the script.
Might be late.
They just here for a check. So I get the business end of it, but like that's not the most important
You wanna
part to
build
me.
it
'Cause
up.
I'm more about the project and being
Growing
happy
and
doing it.
Well, one thing for me is I'm probably one of the most, I feel like, because I talk to everybody, I'm one of the most dedicated people to my people. When I understand, like she said, we differ with things, and some of my crew that's been there with me, like now we got to go get another actor. I want to work with some of my same actors because, like she just said, they know how we roll. We know how they roll.
Deliver.
We're very comfortable, and I'm gonna tell you, like, if God God is blessing us, the way we're doing movies, because man, there was a time where when our first movie hit big, before that I was looking like, oh man, I got this hood movie because they the ones that's but it was like that's not like nothing against. I watch it like whatever,
but that's
not my calling.
Right.
And I would never say whatever God has in store for me, then I'm gonna do. So but it's like when that hit that first, I was like, dang, Lord, I just started crying. I'm like, Lord, I'm in my car.
Yeah.
I just started crying like, man, you just keep showing me. And so my thing is, the more we're blessed with making more money, the way our actors, and I'm not saying what I mean by local actors, they're professionals, they're big time.
Yeah.
But local meaning
From here, around this area.
Yeah.
I want to continue to work with them. That's what I want to.
I understand that.
And that's what I love about even like our boy T with Moolah.
Yeah.
Like he loves to help make someone from here big. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same way that
That's dope, though.
I don't just focus in on that. I just feel like if we do good work together, it's only up.
Right.
So let's just keep put them
A
out,
lot of
man.
people
Like,
do that though, and they, like I'm sure Tyler Perry's and Ice Cube, they stick with the cast typically that they know who's going to deliver, give quality or whatever the case may be. Not saying they won't give somebody else a chance, but when you just know.
You groom your immediate circle,
Exactly.
and then sprinkle out about. You know what I mean?
But with the position like I'm a producer, so I don't have to be on every set. So the more like someone like me and Dennis is the same way, or T, or even like Lisa. These are people that's doing a lot of films.
Yeah.
Or Kamal Smith, like. We're creating a lot of work for our people. So we're doing that because every film, you can't have the same cast every single film.
Yeah.
But if you're doing a bunch of films, you can because they fit that character in another movie or whatever. So it's just the more work we be able to do, like I said, the more work
I got a
everybody's
question for y'all.
Oh, shoot.
Y'all look at movies and be like, I'm sick of seeing the same person in all these different movies. I was just curious,
think
like if people
so.
think like that.
I don't either. I don't do that.
Not us personally, because I think it. Let me go back. It depends on the role. Now, if they playing, I'm like, all right, nah. They can give you a different range to do. Like, this is just all you know. But if they execute and they did it, like, we got to give credit where it's due. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I've like seen posts where like we're in different groups, we follow different groups just to like keep abreast of trends and stuff. People like this dude in every movie.
I've heard that.
And I'm just like, but that means he's working. Like,
That
why
too.
would you
that
hang on
too.
that? So I was just curious.
I don't know.
No, when you execute what it is you're supposed to do, you're going to have work all the time because they know that you're going to get the job done. You know what I'm saying? I like to see the same actor in different type of range of movies. Like, I don't want to just keep seeing you shoot people up and all that. Like, okay, we've seen that already. I would love to see you in a lot of different films doing a lot of different things. But then sometimes they just play a really good guy or a really good bad guy, and they just, or
That's
a female
them.
or whatever, and it is what it is. I don't hate on nobody for that.
I just like movies, whether they're good or bad. I just like them. But it's some movies I fall asleep on, but I still watched it.
Just let it run. It's all good.
That's right.
Yeah, I still watched it.
What is it? Get they streaming.
Yeah, I let you get your money. I support it anyway.
We appreciate it.
Definitely.
But nowadays, negative promo is good promo.
Yeah,
to people.
any
You know
promo
what I'm
is
saying?
good
Like,
promo.
it's,
Any promo
like
is good
when they be
promo.
dogging like some of the Tubi movies, they be you know what people say? Oh, I gotta go see that for myself.
Yeah, no,
And they
for
sit
real.
there and watch. And that movie, next thing you know, is making a lot of money.
That's true.
They dogged it.
Like for me, that's also what I try to make sure when I say something that may sound negative, because I always speak my mind. If I don't like your movie, I'm still and normally I'm saying not like it if it ain't good quality. If you're winning, I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
I want you to make as much as you can. I may not like it, but there's no hating. I want to see you win.
Exactly.
And I'm hoping that your next one is better.
Yup.
That's it.
That's what it is.
Oh.
It's all about pushing the next person. Praying for the next person, man. Hoping the next person get a blessing, because you don't know how God gonna use the next person, sprinkle you.
That's true.
You know, it's always the overflow.
That's true.
Always the overflow, man. And I just be hoping to get the overflow.
Man.
Minimize me, maximize you. God, give me a little sprinkle. Okay,
a
cool.
little something.
Hey, I seen God sitting there. Yup.
Yeah.
Good looking, homeboy. You know what I mean? Because I might push next than the person with the biggest name. I'm going to push bigger, more than him. You know what I mean? To hurt. Because I know I want that opportunity, and I'm gonna give my best shot on everything I do. I'm gonna give my best shot. If I ain't, coach me, and I'm gonna get better.
That part. That's
You know what
definitely.
I mean? I'm always subject to correction. I'm cool with that because I just want to get better.
You gotta learn every day. We human, man.
Yeah, you know that's the
Not
gift.
learning, you
That's the
losing.
gift from God, to learn every day. If you can't learn every day, you in the way.
Yeah.
Facts. Listen, we had a great talk with y'all. We gotta like this.
Yeah. A long talk.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It ain't nothing wrong with it.
No, it's just
We was late.
Yeah, we was late, so I ain't say nothing.
We appreciate you guys.
Yes, we
We
do
appreciate you all. Please, Instagram, social media, where the people can reach out, find you
Okay,
at.
well, Blacksmith Enterprises on IG and Facebook. Janaea Black too, if you want to, look into some of the other stuff that we were talking about, because I be getting shadow banned because they don't like me telling truth on social
I be
media.
like-
But please look out for Sons of a Preacher coming in 2023 by March. We got Come Back Home coming out, and check out Street Code Broken and Turn the Cheek, bigger than the game. But yeah, support Blacksmith Enterprises. We doing positive stuff that you can sit down and watch with your family. So support the content you want to see.
Yes.
Oh, my turn?
Yeah.
What she said. Just one of my main things is for everybody out there, whatever you're doing, keep grinding. It's a constant grind. So if you keep grinding, you're gonna get steps ahead. So keep that grind going. Let's support one another, even if it's from afar, and just keep that positive energy going.
Definitely.
Mr. God sent on everything across the board. I got a book on Amazon, Nice the Neighborhood. Mr. God sent my music, YouTube, Amazon, all mainstreams. Mr. God sent Facebook, Joseph Mr. God sent IG, Mr. God sent 360. Catch me anything, and I'm always willing to work and get better. So hit me up.
That's what he said. Y'all can find this at power.the-u.podcast on IG, YouTube, Power U Podcast. I'm Andrea Alexis _ my IG. Cool. Where they can find you at?
On 9 Mile.
That's where y'all can find us at.
you
On
make,
9 Mile.
but just
We out.
simply embrace it. Put some patience within yourself, and never expect any help, and never expect anyone to accept you for you. Just always stay true to yourself.